our life is on rewind. What does that mean? Many people are not aware about this powerful fact, and yet it explains the meaning and the purpose of our life here on earth.
We have heard that absolutely everything is energy and that no energy can ever get lost. We also know energy can have many forms like kinetic energy, acoustic, thermal, light energy and many other variations. It can continuously change from one state into another. Here's an example. This is a dam with lots of water. This mass of water causes kinetic energy from movement, which then rotates the wheels of a turbine. This turns on a dynamo and now it becomes magnetic energy. Out of this comes electric energy. And when we switch on a lamp, this electric energy now becomes light and thermal energy. So the energy of water has turned into light. Energy can transform into other energy, but it can never be lost. But we can also do something else with energy. We can store it like in a battery. And what happens here on Earth also applies everywhere else in the cosmos. Here on Earth, we human beings are constant transmitters of energy, whether we are aware of it or not. We are always sending out and taking in energy through our feeling, thinking, words and actions. And everything is stored in our body, in our soul, in the Akashic records, and most of all in the repository planets. This is our causal computer from where these energies eventually will come back to us, the original sender, according to the law of sowing and reaping. Nothing is ever lost, only temporarily stored. This means that everything that happens in our life that comes to us, what we encounter throughout the day, is nothing but energy complexes that we have once created and are now coming back to us from the causal computer. In other words, we basically do not experience anything new. We only reap what we have once sown. Our day-to-day experiences or constructs are energies that we have once sent out into the universe through our past selfishness. And in this lifetime, we have agreed to experience the effects of what our loveless feelings, thoughts, words and actions had on others. That is the meaning of our life is on rewind. We are re-experiencing the effects of our own causes that come back to us in various forms, like all our daily experiences, yes, even our fate and destiny. So what should we do whenever something bad comes back to us into our life? Or we have a negative emotional charge to a situation or a person? For instance, here is someone who really upsets us because we think that this person is wrong. But we know that life, or the outer world, is nothing but a mirror of ourselves. We remember Christ's famous words, "And why do you look at the splinter in your brother's eye, but not notice the beam in your own eye?" The moment this energy potential comes back to us, like in this person who upsets us or even hurts us, that is the perfect and best moment to clear up our old karma. It's time for self-reflection. And how do we do this? We courageously look within and see if any pictures come up from our subconscious data bank or our soul, pictures of past events that relate to this and might explain this and which we have not yet overcome, not yet cleared up. If we miss the chance and don't do self-reflection right away, it could be that tomorrow that energy has faded away and we have missed the chance for our self-recognition and clearance. In moments like this, it's often tough for us to discover and to admit that we have character weaknesses like hate, jealousy, malice, deceit, vanity, and so on. But we have to be honest if we wish to progress. Once we become aware that we have a problem, a strong emotional charge, we can turn to Christ within and ask for His help and clear it up with His mighty redeeming and transforming power. This means the following steps whenever we face a problematic situation. We firstly ask ourselves, why? Why did this happen? What does that have to do with me? Who am I? And our self-discovery can lead us to the next question. What is or which weakness is behind this wrong behavior? We watch the images coming up in us. The next step is remorse. We feel how we have caused pain to others and feel deeply sorry from the bottom of our heart, and we resolve not to do a similar thing again. The next step is an honest request for forgiveness, and naturally, we also forgive others who we think have hurt us. We make peace with everyone. This is followed by our deep desire to make amends, if that is still possible. And finally, with an honest heart, we can think of what we can put in place of our former behavior so that we don't do it again. For this, we have the golden rule as a perfect guide. Besides loving all there is, this cycle of clearing up is our most important meaning and purpose of our life here on earth. Let this statement sink in. Besides loving all there is, this cycle of clearing up is our most important meaning and purpose of our life here on earth. Our life on Rewind shows us constantly throughout the day what we need to clear up. And if we use this purification process successfully, we can leave the cycle of reincarnation forever. But if we don't, let's look at what happens to us or to our soul. Now, here we have our earthly transition into the spiritual worlds, called death. If we don't clear up our old karma, the rewinding of our life is always going on and will continue after our physical death. But how can we clear up or bring our life into order in the life beyond? Let us think about it. Where are the people we have hurt, whom we have harmed? Where are those we have neglected or mistreated? They are not around us anymore. They can be anywhere else in the purification spheres or are still on earth, but not with us. Therefore, after our physical death, clearing up things with our fellow humans and making amends is almost impossible. But as our life keeps rewinding, also in the spiritual realms, we can only expiate our karma there, whereas here on earth we can transform it. In the life beyond, we have to suffer in our soul everything we did to others, including to the animals. Therefore, when we are faced with this probability, we will rather try to incarnate again to earth once more in order to make up for what we failed to do in our past lives. So here we go again with another life on earth. And again our life continues to rewind everything until it is all paid off by way of forgiving and making amends. That means until it is transformed into a higher form of energy back into love. And if we still keep making unloving choices in our feelings, thoughts, words and actions, this negativity will again be uploaded in the causal computer and will also eventually come back to us as karma in the future so that it can be turned into love.
Fascinating, isn't it? So clear, so simple. Why have so many of us never heard about this? This video was based on a program by Radio Centric and Sophia TV. I hope you have an opportunity to check out their wonderful programs. You can also learn more about this whole process in this wonderful booklet by Gabriele with the perfect title Reincarnation, Life's Gift of Grace. It is also available as an ebook, and I put links under this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos, and thank you for watching.